Welcome to Brake Check. My name is Brian, and we have something very special for you today. As you know, the new Blazer is not quite as off-road capable as its predecessor, which is great for the Bronco. But the good news is the K5 is back, and unfortunately, it's not off-road capable either, but it is stunning to look at. This is going to be a walk-around episode of the all-new 2021 Kia K5. This is the replacement for the Kia Optima, which is a great car, and this hopefully lives up to it. So based on its rear three-quarter angle here, it does look like it's a hatchback. It is not. It is actually just a traditional sedan, and if you look here, this is the opening. This is the opening for the trunk lid. It's very stubby. You open it up real quick. Okay, so if you look in here, the trunk is not small, it's quite big. The opening for the pass-through is not huge, but they do both fold down, which is good. The trunk is not small again, but the opening is quite short. So if you look here, front to back is small. So keep in mind, if you have something bulky you routinely haul, that might be something to consider. Now the trade-off is the looks. I think it's worth it for sure. This is the GT line of the K5. And what that gets you for only $400 over the base model is better wheels and tires. These are 18s, 235/45, and these are Pirelli P0 tires, which handle quite well, especially for this class of car. You do get better headlights and taillights with this feature. You get the LED headlights, which look amazing, and you get the LED crossbar on the back of the car between the two taillights. So on the non-GT line or non-GT models, this is not illuminated between the taillights, so that's pretty nice. You also do get some more aesthetics here and there. You get a spoiler, which the non-GT line does not get. Now, this one has the 1.6 liter inline four. We'll show that to you real quick. Okay, it is turbocharged. The only two options for engines in the K5 are the 1.6 you see here, and the 2.5, which is not quite at dealers yet. This car is so new that Kia's website doesn't actually list the model names up until this morning. That's how early we are on this. You might ask yourself, why the K5? Why that naming nomenclature? Well, in the rest of the world, Kias don't go by Optima or Forte or anything like that. They go by a K nomenclature. So it's K5, K9, K7, so on and so forth. So what you see here is actually the Kia K5. So we're matching the rest of the world now. Now this is the sister car to the Hyundai Sonata, and if you're asking me, this one looks way better. Now keep in mind, looks are subjective. That's just my personal opinion, but this really looks great. Now both the Sonata and the K5 have an interesting headlight treatment. So if you look here, this is kind of a Z on the headlight. The Sonata does a similar line to this that tapers up to a chrome line that goes all the way up, which I'm not crazy about. This one breaks it up, it looks better. Something that will be debated on this car, I can tell you right now, is the chrome line that falls all the way back and then horseshoes around the rear deck. That's not going to be for everyone, I can tell you that for sure. Okay, enough about the outside. Let's get to the interior. Now you go to get in, you do have keyless go, which is a nice treatment. Now everything here is pretty standard Kia. You do get GT line sport seats, which are a cloth insert in the middle, which breathe really well with a leatherette or a vinyl on the outside bolsters. You do also get a leather wrapped sport steering wheel with a D shape, flat bottom. It does help you get in and out a little bit. I'm not sure that's fully necessary, but I do appreciate it. Let's check out the back seat. The back seat is surprisingly roomy. Now, much like every updated car these days, they all seem to get a little bit bigger every time, and this is no exclusion. This car has grown in almost 2 inches in wheelbase compared to the Optima, which really helps. I'm 6'4", and I can sit behind myself, as you see here, comfortably. Now, would I go cross country? Probably not, but it's definitely a suitable option for around town lunches. Let's check out the interior. The GT line gives you also the push to start, which I like. The center stack is focused towards the driver. Now the higher trim levels that will come out later on will have a wireless charging function in the middle. This model does not have that. But you do get dual zone climate control. You do get Apple CarPlay. You do get a very functional gauge cluster with an actual tach and an actual speedometer, which I like a lot. Now let's look at the center stack. This is a mixture between analog and digital. So you get tire pressure, you got speed. Different pages, you have your drive info, accumulated driving, and fuel economy. You also have your driver attention level. This actually monitors the driver and tells you how alert you are as a driver, which is quite interesting. Something the only S classes used to have. And then you have all kinds of configurable things in here, which is really cool. A lot of modern cars have a CAN bus system, which allows you to select themes and different things. Look at the park number in the top left. See how it's changing? That's pretty cool, you can do that. Why have the CAN bus system if you can't change it around a little bit? It does have a T shifter, which if you ask anyone that knows me, I'm not crazy about these. These remind me of an old Trans Am, which I think is interesting. It does have a good backup camera. Not sure if that's coming out or not. There you go. Something that is neat about this car is it does have the lane keep assist and also the lane keep assist steering. So as you hit this button here, you can turn it on and off in the center cluster. Okay, and what this does is it keeps you centered up in the lane, which is pretty cool, and it's pretty good at it. I've driven a ton of these over the years, and I've turned them off almost instantly every time I get into a car, and this one works well enough that I don't, so that's high praise for sure. It has a thin bezel rearview mirror. It's not completely gone, it's still there, but it's thin and I like it a lot. Visibility is good. I would like this in like a nice tan leather or a saddle, which this Sonata has something like that. Get back out. So again, the hat trick to this car is its looks. We're really thankful to Moritz Kia in Fort Worth for supplying this car. We've had trouble getting access to this. This car is so new. I appreciate these guys for stepping up. If you're looking for one, they do have them. These cars are very new. They have 8 in their inventory, so please keep them in mind. It does have the Tiger Shark front grille, which is really cool. It looks great. I also like the styling on the front windshield. It's not a straight line, it actually dips down a little bit, which is cool. I think it's pretty neat. Now, something I do want to say is that this is a mid-sized car. I know, God forbid it's not a crossover. It drives much better than crossovers, obviously. And I have gotten looks in this car all day. Getting gas or sitting at stoplights, people can't stop looking at the thing. And now, the sapphire blue paint sure does help. I would definitely go for this color if you can swing it on this car, which you cannot get in the base trim. You need to go to the GT line. Now, the GT line is a $400 upgrade. Well worth it. You get all kinds of stuff for $400. Now, I do have the Monroney. Let's check that out. So let's check this one out. What's the price? All right, let's see here. So the MSRP is $25,595 with about $1,000 of freight and handling. The 1.6 with the 8-speed auto. And the GT line comes with all kinds of stuff. Let's look at that real quick. So it has LED headlights, auto on off headlights, all kinds of stuff here. 10-year warranty, all the good stuff. The sapphire blue paint. Now it's showing 31 combined. I'm seeing about that. 37 highway. I think 37 highway is going to be kind of harder to get unless you're just cruising for a long time. But again, I haven't driven this car long to give a full assessment for that. Now, all that being said, I want to thank Moritz Kia for supplying this car for this quick review. And for a full review, stay tuned. That will be coming up soon. Thanks for watching. See you next time.